everybody. I hope you're doing well, and thanks for joining me for a brand new What I Eat in a Day as a Vegan Archaeologist, living in a hotel room while doing archaeology in southeastern Colorado. And like I said, I'm in a hotel room, so that's where I make all my meals. I do bring a lot of stuff from home so that I can have healthy vegan meals while I'm working hard in the field. So the first thing we're going to make tonight is tostadas. I'm starting with dinner because that's when I prepare all my meals. And I had some really sad looking green onions that I'm going to use in this recipe. I also bring a air fryer with me. This is something new for me bringing, but I am so glad I started doing this because it is the best way to cook in a hotel room. There's no mess, there's no smell, there's no smoke. It's awesome, and it makes some really great crispy tostada shells. So I also brought some homemade refried beans. And if you saw my last video making some vegan enchiladas, I show you how I make those. And then I sprinkled some nutritional yeast on there and added some avocado. I am a huge fan of avocado. I always have been. I eat them almost every day, and as you probably know, they are perfect for tostadas. Especially if you don't feel like going all out and making guacamole, just slice them up. And then I added some spicy salsa because I like it hot, and sliced some of that green onion, or scallion if you will, and sprinkled those on top. And then I also had some grape tomatoes in different colors. So I am trying to eat as many veggies as I can, and I think I got plenty in this meal. I also steamed some broccoli in the microwave, and then I like to put a little bit of low-fat salad dressing on there. And yeah, this is my delicious meal, the first one of the week, made in my hotel room. And boy, was it a good one. These tostadas were really crunchy and delicious, and a very satisfying meal for the end of a busy day. So good. So I always make my lunch and breakfast for the next day the night before, so that's what I'm going to do now. And this time I'm making what I call a chicken pesto wrap. So I started with a whole wheat tortilla and spread some of my homemade pesto on there. I'll leave a link to the recipe for that in the description box. And then I added these meatless crispy tenders, or chicken nuggets. And then I added some avocado, of course, and the rest of those scallions and sliced tomatoes. That came in handy that I sliced those up for my dinner, and then I could just add them into my wrap. And I also added some arugula and wrapped that up. And this is pretty much my favorite lunch, but I do switch between wraps and sandwiches for taking into the field, and you'll see that in just a bit. But I put that into my little container here that fits right into my thermal lunch bag that I have. And I add some sliced cucumber. I love cucumber, it's my absolute favorite vegetable, I think. And I also add some of those little mini bell peppers to snack on, and I put some hummus in this container because I like to dip my vegetables in some hummus. And of course, this is a homemade hummus, and I will leave the link for that in the description box as well. And I added some little mandarin oranges and some homemade cookies for some energy snacks during the day. And there is my lunch. For breakfast, I'm making some overnight oats. And this is one of the simplest things you can make for breakfast while you're in a hotel room. I prepare these little packs of oatmeal before I leave home. I've shown how to do that in my archaeology meal prep video, which I will link here. But basically it has oats and chia and cinnamon and some powdered ginger. And then when I'm in the hotel room, I just add some maple syrup and some almond milk and put the lid on and give it a really good shake. This is so handy because I just take it out of the refrigerator in the morning, and I like mine hot, so I heat it up in the microwave and then it's just ready to go. But I also add some apple to it. I like to dice it up into little pieces and add that in there. It adds some extra sweetness, some extra fiber, makes it more filling to last throughout the day, because basically we're just hiking all day long and I need a lot of energy, and this works really well.
Wait, guys, don't leave. Just chill. I'll show you some cool stuff.
Hiking is really hard work when you do it all day. So the last thing I want is for my shoelaces to come untied or to get stuff in my boots. So I have an extra pair of socks with the toes cut out, and I just roll those over my shoelaces, and that also keeps stuff out of my boots. So part of my everyday outfit includes a compass, a hairband, and a bandana, which is great for wiping the sweat off, but it also doubles as a mask. On this day, the other girls were running a little bit late, so I found a nice rock to sit on to eat my breakfast. And it was a little hard to do while holding the camera, so I made a little bit of a mess. But it was a beautiful day, and we were ready to find some archaeology. This is an artifact that we found. It is what we call a scraper, and ancient Native American peoples used it as a tool for tanning hides. Some days we encounter some interesting wildlife, like this wild turkey running down the road.
Scare it. Too bad, like it's running to death
on the road.
So like, just get off the road and we'll be fine.
Just doing my laps.
Oops. enjoyed this video and that maybe it gave you some inspiration to pack up a lunch and get outside and go for a hike or for a walk or a picnic or whatever it is. We've all been stuck inside for far too long, and the weather is beautiful and the air is crisp and clean, and it's just so refreshing to get out for a walk. There's a lot of really crazy things going on in the world right now, and I think it's really important to take care of our minds and our bodies and to breathe the fresh air and appreciate nature. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, I would really appreciate it if you could do that. It really helps out my channel and helps me bring some great content to you. Please give this video a like and leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. So until the next video, take care and peace out. Bye.